Welcome back to another video. So I thought I'm going to show you something I have been doing, because when I made this 51541 disk drive, this display here, it was hard to solder or desolder. The idea here is that I need to move these pins from here to here. I have one unopened here, I can show you, and you can see the connector is mounted the incorrect way. But I found out that this PCB is really bad, actually. You can see that the board is mounted on the underside, and what you need to do is to move these pins in and through the top here, so, well, it turned out to be really hard. So I tried a couple of things. The first thing I always do is just to desolder, remove solder with a soldering pump, and they were still stuck. So I tried to remove with bending a little bit until they are loose, and then that didn't work either. So I started lifting traces. What's the next thing I can do is to try to cut. So if I cut here, you can see that they start moving apart, and what happens then is that then the pads start to lift also. So what I found out is that this PCB doesn't even have a through-hole plating. It's just holes and traces, basically. So there's just a layer on top and a layer on bottom. There's no plating through the holes, so as I can show you here. So that made the whole process really difficult. So what I ended up doing is cutting in between here, very carefully, trying not to bend them. And then I heated one on one and pushed them through one on one. And that seemed to work fine. In this video I will show you how I fixed them again when everything is broken. As you can see, I fixed this one. This one was just a tiny little fix there. Yeah, you can see I have twiddled a wire around the pin, and then with a trace that I have removed the solder mask, and then I have added the pin. So that's what we call better than factory, and this is how, when we get the boards from customers, they start to fix things themselves, and then I have to do all the work to fix it. So this is better than factory. Which YouTube am I imitating now? Sorry for the bad imitation. Anyway, so here, let's start the video. I'll be doing instead is digging out this contraption over here, which I was doing for a guy called Sven Pook, just to port my switchless kernel switcher over to Arduino, such that he can play around with the Arduino IDE for another project he is doing. But anyway, now I'll just take the Arduino and upload the Adafruit graphics sketch example, such that we can put something out on the display. Oh, it's always such a mess finding the correct one. So what I need is male and female. Yeah, found one, another one. So now we have 5. We only need 4, so that's good. Right, I'm just following up on a tutorial here. SDA. So this is the I2C bus thing. It only has 2 wires for data transfer and the rest is power. And there's one loose. Okay, so let's try program this with the Arduino sketch. So Ingrid was just texting me, asking me if I have a great day on my day off. And sure I have, because this is the 12th of April. I've taken 2 days off, today and tomorrow, make some videos probably, and then it's Easter, so then it's even more free time. So nothing. So the red one, the orange one is now A4. So I went back to this board again, the one that I have modified, and now it's working. This one is probably working also. So what I found is this. As you can see, there's a screen address. So in this text, it's supposed to be for 64. It's supposed to be 3D, but that didn't work. So it has to be 3C. So that's strange. And looking at the backside of this board doesn't make any sense. Actually, you see this. There's an OX7B there, and then OX7A. But the main thing is that now we can test these guys, and let's try some of the other boards as well. So I will just jump start them. Let's take this original one. Now it's there, and then we hit the reset. There you go. So this one's working as well. So now let's try this guy. So let's see. Hit reset. Is there something wrong with the connectors now? Let's put some pressure on it. Yeah, so something about the... Oh, it doesn't have to be the connector actually. It could be... But I think it's a connector because I have solder on the pins now. And as you can see, probably makes a havoc. This one I just tested, yes. This one had a... this one hasn't been modified. But this guy is one of the worst, I think. Let's try. Nothing. Okay, I don't think this one has a connection, as you can see. I can't push it all the way down, but let's try the other way. Let's put on the soldering iron. My solder iron just booted up. Yeah, there's some solder there. Let's try and drag it out, maybe. I would be surprised if this was working at all. So let's put some pressure on it. Nothing. So that's cool. So I will put that to the side and solder them down. But now something might have happened when I move this around. So yeah, so let's have a quick look in the microscope. Okay, so let's have a look what's going on here. We have been testing with this one and this one didn't work. So let's see under the microscope. We have some hairy wires going. So let's take the one to the left first. And it's easier to see on the side. You see, there's a solder ball going down from the pin and onto the socket there, or the trace. It could be that there's a break in that solder ball. But for now, let's go to the next one. You can see that the pad has lifted, but it seems to still have a connection there. But it could be a problem. And the same thing goes for the last one there. Now we can see the problem right away. I have managed to break my little swirly wire there, so I will fix that. But I guess I will just fast forward this so you can see it anyway. There you go. Oh, I found them. Here they are. So what I've basically done, I have taken some strands out here. And I take one strand and then I cut it. Probably can't see it on camera, but in the microscope you can see there. So basically I just cut one of those and then get on with it. There I have one. So I need my tweezers for this. Let's try it again. Not today. What a terrible fix. Something attempting to break right there. So this one really needs fixing. So you can see it very, very suddenly there. That's right now. Yeah, so that's it. I actually found the fault. Yeah, it's working rather well, I would say. And it is also working, so that's good. That didn't go as planned as either. So I ended up soldering again. This time I took 2 strands and twisted them together. Seems to provide a bit more stronger connection. And yeah, so I'm happy with this. It's maybe glue down here. I don't have any solder mask, so I noticed something. Hold on, I just was watching a video. This one is matte finish, but this one is clear. And they are the same, all of them. So, but clearly not. But I really like the clear finish on this. It does look really sharp. So last night I was fixing the rest of these boards, and they do work, so I'm really happy about the modifications. So I will just show you that they are working now, and one of these are, well, they are the 4, and then the 5th one is the one that I made the first time. That's on top of the Pi. So I will just hook up the Arduino Uno. This one, heat reset. I just put the cover over to not get so much dust on it. So this one is working. There you go. Yep, it's working. Yep. Great, so all of these are working. So I'm really happy about that.